Sounds like nonsense.
Nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
Now that sounds like nonsense.
That sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
You know what
to
that
me.
sounds like?
Sounds like
nonsense.
nonsense.
That sounds like
Sounds like
nonsense.
nonsense.
Sounds like
Is this what it's gonna sound like?
Sounds like nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
No.
Sounds like nonsense.
It's nonsensical.
And it sounds like this.
Rude.
Jeb, I thought you had a Guinness going there for a second.
Oh no, nuh-uh. That's
Just
just
a koozie.
That's a koozie. It's my Tom Segura koozie. You want to read it out loud to everyone? Let's see. Get it in the camera.
You're probably making my dick soft. Appropriate. Other side. Well, lift it up a little. And I'm trying to stay hard, but here.
Okay, pretty close. Your problems make my dick soft, and I'm trying to stay hard out here.
Camera angle.
Yeah, dude. I've spent way too much money on this koozie. Is what happened.
Yeah, you know what though? You've gotten a lot of use out of it.
That's the thing.
You have really earned that.
You know, Courtney's right. I'm a minimalist. I only have what I use, and I get a lot of koozies, and I use the shit out of them.
You do.
He really does. To the point to where they get gross.
Yeah, I have to put them in the washing machine.
Yeah.
This one, when we were at the lake, I washed it.
Yeah.
I'll be drinking. I'll be like, "What is that smell?"
That's
and I'm like, "Ooh, it's." They get so rotten.
that's
I
foul.
smell it every time I bring my hand to my face.
Yeah, I'm like, "What is it?" But I'm drinking at that point. You know?
Yeah, but you know what? He actually likes that. He loves. It's like what do you say? Two in the spink.
Oh,
Two-
you don't have to say
Two
it
in the
all
pink,
the
one in the
time.
sink leaves one clean finger left to stir your drink.
Yeah. So
Like
in the
we
weird
always
way,
say, yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Fun.
All right, Courtney, how are you?
Just to address that, Jeb, did you come up with that last line? Is that
No,
you?
he did not.
Okay.
It was me
Either
and
way,
Todd, and
credit
I can't
to whoever
remember-
Did. It's hysterical.
Me and Todd came up with it, and I can't remember who said it first. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Todd. I think
right.
it might have been him.
All right, we'll give it a time.
If you go back, he's been our co-host certain occasions here and there.
Well, we need to bring him back just for that.
I know.
Get
Yeah.
to the bottom of this.
I got a little question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
When you brush your teeth in the morning, do you ever puke?
Yes, I just today,
You did
Jesus.
today?
this afternoon.
Yeah.
What?
I brushed my teeth and then because I clean my tongue, and if you go back too far,
Yep. Yep.
and then once you start that, you can't come back. Like if you go down too hard on it, it's this is coming into a weird argument.
Yeah, go on.
I know. This is,
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm just gonna say yes.
Well, Jeff, you were going in too. You were agreeing.
No.
No? You've never
No.
puked from brushing your teeth?
Oh,
When I'm hungover, I have.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of the trigger. That's what I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can barely do anything.
So it used to be brushing my tongue, like you said. That would get me. Because I kind of do this all the time. I'm a puker, though. Everyone knows. But, like, I gag real easy and whatever. But, like, it was like my tongue, all growing up, whatever.
right.
Recently, when I hit my back molars, if I'm hungover, but I also have, like, the Sonicare, so I don't know if it's because of that.
Oh, because it's
That
vibrating.
vibration or whatever, it makes me fucking go, and I got to go in and get the other side. So I just take a breath and then go and hit it again.
That's pretty foul. But I put immediate cold water on my wrist.
What?
That's a thing?
I don't know for me, because when I'm going, it's coming. All right.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a big one. So I put cold water on my wrist, and it immediately just goes away.
I have
What?
never fucking heard
Never
of
Well,
it.
heard
the
that.
next time you deliver, would you mind recording it for
You
me?
got
please?
it.
Well, this is just sit there. You're gonna have to just do it all the time. Post up your thing every time you brush your teeth.
And you know what's a funny thing that would probably be viral? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is, it,
Would be for me. I'd watch it every day.
Yeah,
dude.
Jesus.
What, like that girl with the coronavirus who licked the toilet seat in the airplane?
Oh, you're
What?
kidding me.
Yeah, she's like some Instagram
No.
influencer or whatever.
Come on.
Pretty young girl too. Yeah, and she's like, COVID ain't real, and licked the seat of an
Oh.
airplane.
Did she get COVID?
I think she's dead.
No.
I have no idea.
That is so terrible.
Yeah. I don't
She got
know.
hepatitis.
Yeah, something.
Oof.
She got something.
While we're talking about this, Will, you told me a really nasty story about this week while we were gone
Oh.
about bass player of a punk band. We won't say whose girlfriend
Oh God.
when he sneezed. Do you want to say it?
No.
No.
I don't want to hear this, I don't think.
Yeah.
When he sneezed, there was nothing else, so she went and licked it up.
Oh my God! I fucking almost
Punk of the
puked
week.
listening to that.
there could have been anything else besides that.
No, but it was punk rock, right?
No.
Yeah, no. It's
Oh.
not. I don't know, man. I didn't
mean,
write the punk rock handbook,
kinda,
but
but
I don't know that
whatever.
has to be in there.
No.
Ooh, well, let's do it. Welcome to Sounds Like Nonsense podcast, everyone. I am your host, Jeb, and on the number 2s, we have Mr. Will Ridge.
Wow, welcome everybody.
He's sitting on the couch with my beautiful wife, Sportney.
Hello.
And then we have the illustrious Mr. Raleigh, the Jayer, the chef, Slick Big Dick, a.k.a. the Convertible Man, the Great Uncle, a.k.a. Delicious J, the Line Stepper, a.k.a. Mr. Pinky Toe, Mr. His Terms, the Leg Man, Fish Fucker, but his friends just know him as Jeff. Woo, what's up?
Hi, Jeff.
That fish was of age, though.
Oh,
So that's
God.
on the record.
Whales are old. For those of you that are new to the podcast, what we're going to do each week is we're going to listen to a bunch of music. We're going to talk to some people that surround themselves with music the same way we do. So who's ready for some new fucking music?
I
do it.
am.
Come on, Courtney. Who do we got this week?
All right, so this week we have the band Costumera with their song Lupido. I hope I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. The band Masi. Oh my gosh, it's one of those.
I was
for
wondering.
me.
You picked some hard words.
And their song Burn. That one's easy.
It's easy.
And
I
then
picked that one. I did.
we have the band Desperate Acts and their song Drying Out. It is a pre-release, and we're going to have an interview with Matt and Karl.
World premiere, Jeff.
Another world premiere. What we do.
Dude, I heard that Desperate Act song for the first time this morning. I have Google Drive issues. I have to have mommy over here do it for me.
Really?
But
Whatever.
it's awesome.
There's so many passwords and things, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I finally got to hear it this morning. It's fucking rad. You guys are going to be stoked.
Yes.
So let's go with some standouts. We are starting a little bit later today, so Jeff is going to have to split after this. So might as well get it done now. What happened this week, Jeff? What happened?
What happened?
With what?
Your whole week. Everything.
Just in general?
Yeah.
A lot of construction at the house. Still haven't slept in a bed, so that sucks.
Oh, that's.
Well, you on an inflatable
Nah, just couching it.
couch?
Oh.
Yeah, still.
Oh, that's
Bad.
rough.
Not bad, but I'm at the end of it. So
Yeah.
that was pretty much it. And then when I'm not working, I just took down the whole backyard. Super interesting shit. What do you guys got going on? I'm exhausted. I've been doing yard work for about 5 hours today.
You sound
no,
tired.
dude.
You sound tired.
After a yoga class too.
Oh, that's why you're so fit, though. I
gotta
laid
do it.
around since we got to stay. Go an hour later. I laid in bed for that entire hour
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook.
Yep.
Watched
Good.
some
Somebody's got to live that life.
watched some little Instagram lives. Saw what Tom Green was up to. He's fucking around. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Will, what about you? What was your week like?
Well, we went up to the lake, got my shit taken care of with the ring and the nest. I had a great time. It's good to be home. I mean, anywhere for a week is pretty rough.
You spent longer than a week though. You've been up there.
I've been up there for about like 2 weeks, and when you don't have to go into a lake or anything, it does play. Like
It's boring.
it gets a little shining. You go a little crazy.
Yeah. It's nice for a while, but then
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something. Even like I left. I was there Sunday through Thursday.
Yeah, and you were ready.
Well, no, but then we were sitting there like getting ready to leave, watching Ben puke off of the porch, and
Did anybody record that?
No.
no, I recorded it up here. He puked the whole ride home too.
Oh, God.
Oh,
It's like I have to keep pulling over the side of the road. I don't
say
know.
this.
Yeah, so
Say this and not have recordings.
Will's like, chug that thing of Alka-Seltzer. That'll save you. He chugged it, and the bubbles hit him. I mean, it was like 30 seconds. You could hear it. Splash!
No.
I really tried to help him. I hope he didn't think I was trying to sabotage him.
I mean, that being said, like, me and Will were relaxing. I was having a cup of coffee, and it was so nice. I was like, I could stay for another. I was like ready to go. Everything was packed. I was like, this is still not bad. Like,
Yeah.
it does
Was that
kind of.
former guest Ben?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah.
stay strong, Benny Ranks.
Whatever noise he does.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of puking going on.
Yeah. I didn't puke.
I didn't puke. We're just talking about puke a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's it.
Stop
Now you're-
talking, start recording.
Now you're back. When do you go back up there?
Not for 2 weeks, because I need the fucking...
Go to the casino.
Go to the casino. I haven't been to the casino. One time. Anyways,
Only once?
one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there way more than that. Yeah, not even for shows and stuff?
Well, what shows?
Flogging
Oh,
Molly.
Yeah, like lots of shows.
Flogging Molly. I saw Tom
comedians,
Segura there.
lots of
I saw Sinbad there.
Sinbad, yeah.
I didn't know there
We've
was
been there
I've
lots
seen
of times.
a ton of shows there. Yeah, we'll get in on that.
I
I've got
did.
an amazing sound system.
The
Did
only
they?
thing is, like, you don't want to go to a punk show there. Just saying.
No, because they make you sit.
They make you sit.
And Todd, who we'll bring him up again, he almost got kicked out so many
for
times.
going up to the stage.
We kept going up to the stage, and
Todd goes to.
the security guard was
Right?
like, go back to your seat. And then like 30 seconds later, Todd would just look at him and be like, you go stop me.
Oh my God.
It was wild. And then the last half hour, and it's 2 hours on the dot. That's the way they do it. It's 8 to 10. It starts at 8, ends at 10, period. No breaks.
Oh, wow.
And at the last half hour, everyone's allowed to stand up and dance.
It's so strange.
It's a very weird thing. So,
The band,
It's a casino
it's
show.
one band,
Yeah.
and they do one band,
2 hours straight.
2 hours straight.
Jesus.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's cool, but like sitting down, no, because you're drinking.
Well, even the
and you
band
wanna,
was like bummed, like because when we went up at the end, like we were like they were shaking everybody's hands or whatever, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but like I shook one of their hands and he like, thank you so much for standing up. He was like,
you lose so much energy
Oh,
just
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
down.
The band was not too bummed. They get paid handsomely when you play
yes,
the Schumer.
they
Fuck
do,
yeah.
they do, but the energy, there's something about the energy
Yeah.
with everybody just sitting down staring at you. It's
Going to see comedy is great, though.
yeah, comedy is awesome.
Yeah. Who's the Chappelle Show co-writer?
Oh, I cannot remember his name. I'm the worst
Why
with
am I
names.
blanking on that? We saw him too.
Yeah, he was funny.
Neil Brenneman.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been to a lot of things there. We just
Dude, the bowl is blowing up with comedy shows. Like not music, they're doing comedy. I think it's because they got to do like 50% capacity.
it's
or
awesome
something.
though. Like going to
But-
a show there is awesome for comedy.
Well-
I saw a lot of comedians there too.
I think Michelle or Chelsea lately, right?
Handler.
Handler, yeah,
Handler.
yeah, she's gone.
And then Joe Coy.
Yep, and Sebastian. I'm not gonna even attempt his last name.
I know.
Maniscalco.
Oh, I think Joe Coy.
Give it a try.
So hilarious.
I did. I just mumbled through it.
It is cool to be like outside in an amphitheater, like listening and then just seeing the ocean right there. Like that's the cool thing about the Santa Barbara Bowl.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, you got to go to the
Sun's
right
going down
show.
around 8:30.
Yep.
Yeah,
Catch a little Jack Johnson.
My mom almost bought a house like right around the corner. And then the person was like, oh, did you know about the Santa Barbara Bowl? And she's like, no, because we had just moved there. And we're very glad we did not. Because if you've ever gone to a show, you'll see like the little corner spot, worst situation ever.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
For
the
like half of the year.
parking and
Yeah,
driving.
it's so bad.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nightmare. That being said, we had some friends that lived right there. We just put the lawn chairs in the front, and you people watch, and you poach it.
Drink cheap beer.
Yeah, audibly poach it. You can hear everything, but you can't
Right.
see anything.
Well, I used to be able to hear it up from the school that I went to because
Yeah.
it was up in the mountain. You could hear it up in the mountains too.
Yeah. Well, what was your week like, lady?
I worked a lot, and I got to the point where like at the end of the week I was like, I'm done. I'm burnt out. So I took Friday and Monday off because I just I got stuff. But the one thing that I did notice this week, because Jeb was gone and I needed a thing or two from the office and the mail slot thing, I have lost my keys for like months. Like
What?
Oh, no.
I don't know where my house key is. I don't know where the mailbox key is. Like I don't know where any of my like for months. And what does it say about me?
You have a system. You keep telling me.
I do, but not about my keys. Like I don't know where my keys are, and I haven't needed them for months. Like to the point where like I know what they look like. I know I think that they're in a purse. I don't use
You'll
them anymore.
recognize them when you see them.
I know, but like I don't need them ever. Like I don't have a car.
Oh.
You know, like it's just a weird thing that I have not needed keys.
Are you 5?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
What's happening?
It's weird. It's super weird. But I needed them while Jeb was gone because he took his keys, and I was like, I'll just wait.
Oh.
This can
I'll
still
just
work.
wait.
Well, what am I gonna do? Break into the mailbox? Like I don't know.
Oh, for just the mailbox thing. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and like I could have used something out of the office. I was like, it's not that important.
Wow.
But before we get any further, last week, Jeb, you teased us all. I came out hot asking about them birds. And you said, we'll talk about it in retractions, and you never did.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you guys aren't reading and doing your homework, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Clearly, you don't care.
About birds?
Birds aren't real.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You know what?
Why?
Based on,
I
give us a couple
I
points.
prefer to not talk about this over the internet because they are listening. You know, have you ever seen a bird attack a human? There's gonna be a line of these fuckers out here if you keep on fucking around, Jeff. You watch it. You're out there working in your yard. You're gonna get bird attacked.
Bird attack.
Quote unquote bird attack.
Right, that's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to understand. But you acknowledge their existence,
No.
but they're not real.
They're not real anymore. Yeah. No. They were all killed in
They
the 70s.
exist?
Only Well, only the really old ones that have been kept in captivity.
Yeah, those
They're
are
all
good.
the ones that are outside. No, those are
You
those
all
are robots.
Okay.
need to stop spreading
Birdsarentreal.com. Check it out. Learn for yourself.
No.
Yeah.
That's some.
Do you have a website you recommend? we go for this, Josh?
Birdsaren'treal.com. I've said it
Okay.
10 times.
Birds aren't.
It'll
real.
tell you everything that you need to know. I read a little bit of the manifesto last time, so just get in there, check it out. I don't know. Fuck around.
Check in next week on it.
Fuck around, find out. So I was at the lake with Will, like we said.
Right.
The last time we were there was a little girl there, and she painted my toenails.
Oh, that's right.
And so I was just on one foot, and I still kind of have it, but my toenails grow real fast, so
Right.
it's almost gone. But we did a little impromptu date night. My band, fuck you guys, canceled practice
Right.
on Friday, so it left us a chance to go out. And we went to the country bar, and I was wearing flip-flops. It's hot, right?
Oh shit.
I wasn't even thinking about it. Been like during happy hour or whatever, I kind of know the people that are there.
Yeah.
At nighttime, I never go, and it's a lot of cowboys and stuff, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then I walked in
Right.
with my painted toenails and my liberal attitude, and
They weren't having it.
well, no, but I caught a couple people looking, and I was like, huh. And then we went to a nice restaurant afterwards.
Oh geez.
It's same thing, and I was like, I've had mohawks and shit my whole life, and I don't really have that anymore. And I was like, I don't know what it was. Like as kids, you're like, the more people stare, you'd be like, yeah, fuck you, whatever. And I was like, this is kind of like my little revolt, my
Yeah.
little half-painted toenail
you
situation.
are such a rebel.
I know. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty punk rock with
Yeah,
this.
you're badass.
Pick of the week.
That's some gnarly stuff.
Yeah, it is pretty cutting edge.
That's some cutting
I
edge.
recommend it, Will.
Yeah, well,
It'll give you some weird confidence. It was like I kind of wanted people to see it. By the end, couple drinks in, I was like, yeah, that's right.
look at.
That's right.
Want to see it closer?
Yeah.
In your face, motherfucker.
But it makes you giggle each time when you see it because it's not I don't know what the joke is, but yeah, I've painted my toenails in the last month.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's a weird one. I don't know.
Well,
Just out there showing it off.
I actually forgot to tell you because we had such a drunken, stupid time, which was fun. That Ben, Vomiting Ben, he threw a horseshoe at my ankle.
Oh, that's right.
And it swelled up.
dang.
It was so black and blue and so swollen up, but I was so hammered, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, I'm all, what, ow. And what happened? It was a goddamn horseshoe.
Dang. I mean, it's still looking.
Yeah.
That's the night that you got so drunk. I went to bed a little early
Oh,
on that night, and
yeah.
you got so drunk and you're just telling your stories. You lost your voice.
Oh, I did. I did.
Just from being drunk and being Will. I'm a monster.
Oh, God.
But Ben told me he's heard you on the phone with Stacy. And she's like, why did you lose your voice? Life happens, Stacy.
I said that.
Life happens. It's the funniest answer.
Oh, God. Well, life did happen. Anyways, we had a great time. Great time.
Yeah, I saw a boat while we were there. And we had done boat names before as a question of the week. This one was called Dreamin' Seaman 2. I shit you not.
That is true. I witnessed it.
And it was spelled S-I-E-M-E-N.
Yes.
Like another Seaman's Tools or whatever. But like Dreamin' Seaman 2. I don't know, dude.
I'm being honest. I saw it too.
I saw it.
Being honest, I saw it.
It was weird.
It was
They
weird.
pretty much painted their toenails with that name.
When we got back from our date night, we pulled up, and in front of our shitty neighbor's house, there was a pickup truck full of like probably 10 fucking kids.
Oh, really?
What happens then? This little one over here just starts screaming at them.
You're all-
Hey, little bastards!
I didn't call them bastards. I was like, "What are you doing?" And then they all like jumped out of the car and then left
What?
because they were in the back of the truck. I was like, "Are you like gonna drive with all these kids in the back?" So they like jumped out and then popped in the car and left.
Yep.
Whose kids? Where was this?
It was they were at our house.
With whose pickup truck?
I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea who they were. There was a
They
fucking
were at
grip
your
on them.
place.
Yeah,
In front of my neighbor's house, right next door.
we are at a point where we have locks on all of our stuff. So we had
Meaning
everything.
booze and weed.
We
Yeah.
had everything locked up, so we were good. But like, it's still we have all the cameras, so we can see when they come in. And at one point, Jeb just showed me the camera, and they're just like kids just pouring.
It
into
was
our
like
house.
9 o'clock Friday night, and we're sitting there having dinner, and I was like, I get the little alert person spotted. There were like 10 fucking kids, like all up in my yard. I don't care either. I like them.
No, we have,
Maybe
like, a
they
fire
found
pit.
Courtney's keys.
That is a good.
Actually, the keys to the lock are separate from my actual keys because I lost them long before I ever got locks.
You probably shouldn't have multiple sets of keys.
I know.
So then,
Yeah,
where's the other
right.
key to
You
those?
barely even need a key
I know where
chain to
those are.
start with.
Those are in my hidey spot
Oh, okay.
in
yeah.
my office. I know where those are.
Heidi spot.
Little Heidi spot.
Are you 5? God.
She's 5-year-old yelling at a whole group of like 18-year-old
Yeah.
dudes
Wow.
and cops, whatever. She get back here.
I'm young at heart. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
All right. Well, Jeff, I'm sorry to see you go. We'll carry
I
on
have a
without
retraction before I go, though.
Yes.
you. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Ketchup. I'm
Yeah.
kind of on board with what you were saying, Jeb.
Thank you. I
If it
actually.
gets left out all day, do you really care? I think it's just makes it look good. Actually, and then at a restaurant, they condense all the bottles down,
Yeah, that's right. Pour it all into one.
wash them out. Yeah, it's
Ooh,
yeah. You don't want to know this, people.
no.
But now you do.
Well, so I actually have a whole section of the retraction revisions for this that I had done some homework.
Well, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
How do you like your mustard? Spicy or yellow?
So you're taking my whole segment. Is what's happening. Actually, I don't like mustard at all. I don't eat
He
condiments.
doesn't like those kind of things.
I
Jeff.
don't
You
eat
know
sauces.
Bill?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Oh, mustard, ketchup all the way. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise, but if I
How
have
do you-
to, all the way.
Mustard, spicy or yellow?
Oh, brown, spicy. The one that pops in your mouth because they're like those seeds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kernels.
it's spicy. I don't like the regular.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Regular super yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be a Florida thing. Yes, that's all I.
I didn't say that. I want that. I did not say that.
Oh,
All right, Jeff, get out of here. We'll see you.
See ya.
We'll see you next week,
See you
and
next
then
week.
Bye.
we'll listen to our first song.
Bye.
Deuces.
Jeff.
Yo, have a great show.
Later,
See
man.
y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Locomotiva por todos os povos, máquina vista em nossos corações. Locomotiva por todos os povos, máquina vista em nossos corações. Melhor em campo depois de um empate, com todo empenho de quem vence o debate. Cabeceando, chutando e ouvindo a canção. Arquibancada vem abaixo depois de um chutão. Um drible seco, sem jeito e arriscado. Bola pra frente, mais um contra-ataque, mais uma na trave. Loop do meu preto, ganhar é um detalhe. E que nessa zaga você seja o rei. O campo inteiro berrando a Internacional. É muito mais do que um jogo. Luta de classes é o futebol. Na cancha luta por liberdade. Tomaremos a força, os modos de produção. Bobeamos, tomamos um gol. Levantaremos a luta sem fim. Loop do meu preto, ganhar é um detalhe. E que nessa zaga você seja o
right, that is the band Costumera from Sao Paulo, Brazil. They
Come
are
to Brazil.
a 4-piece punk rock band. So thank you so much, guys,
Fuck
for
yeah.
submitting. And that's all the info we have.
That's it?
Yep.
That's all the info you have?
That's all they gave us.
I wanted to have more information.
I know.
Because I like Brazilian punk rock, man. There's a bunch of good bands down there. We've done a bunch. Like, especially some of our earlier shows, it feels
Our
like we
earlier
went like
shows,
on a tear.
Got on a tear, yeah.
You know what we should do, man? We should do a midweek mosh-up and just do all Brazilian bands
Oh, that'd
that
be
we've
rad.
had on.
That'd
That's
be
a good
rad.
idea.
Because I would like to get a little bit more information from everybody and then just do it. That'd be a fun one.
Right.
Cool. Well, sorry to see Jeff go, but you know, he was jumping all over my retractions revisions because I don't really have any.
Oh.
Yeah, only that. Like, because the question was, you know, can you leave ketchup out and have it not go bad, or do you have to put it in the fridge? So then I started looking things up, and I actually have the printouts of it.
All right, let's hear it.
So it says, in terms of safety, there's no real need to refrigerate ketchup. Tomatoes and vinegar are the main components in ketchup. Help preserve the condiment at room temperature due to their natural acidity. So if you prefer your ketchup warm, go ahead and leave it on the pantry shelf.
Oh.
Which is a good point. I like my ketchup cold.
Me too.
Which is weird. Like, but I've never even thought about it in those terms, like McDonald's or whatever. You get little ketchup packets. It's never once even bothered me.
Right.
Like hot or cold. Okay, so
And then mustard.
then mustard. It says, what's the shelf life of mustard? While refrigeration will help maintain flavor, it's not necessary to refrigerate. If you prefer to consume your mustard at room temperature, the recommended shelf life from the date of the manufacturer, French's mustard, is 18 months in a squeeze bottle and 24 months in a glass. So that's a long fucking time.
Right.
Now,
Before it goes bad or before it's like the taste is gone?
before the taste, so it doesn't sound like it really goes bad. I think it's the vinegar. Do not fucking take me on this. I am not a
Yeah.
doctor. I did my research on the toilet this morning.
Wow.
Real quick. And I'm reading like the first Google thing that popped up.
Right.
But then I have another one that kind of, whatever. So when we were talking about this, I think this is at the lake, you said, what about syrup?
Yeah, right.
And I was like, you can leave syrup out.
Right.
What do you think, Courtney?
It depends.
On what?
Like if anything gets into it, because it's like honey. This honey is the same way. Like if it touches anything, it gets the stuff and then it goes bad. But like if it's just pure honey,
If it touches the stuff, it goes real bad.
like if it touches anything, like a
Right.
pancake or something, and it gets bits of something
right.
else besides that back in it.
Well, so this right here says, once it's open, you'll need to store it in the fridge.
Oh,
Really?
Since it's a natural product with no preservatives, pure maple syrup can go bad.
Wow.
Once open, store maple syrup in the refrigerator to prevent it from spoiling or growing mold.
Okay, but what about honey? I mean, that's different.
So
than
honey's completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that one was weird because that was
But
opposite.
that's not true syrup. What you're talking about is like the syrups that are fake. So I think that those can. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that has like it's different.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like natural, pure Canadian maple
Exactly.
syrup?
Maple syrup
That
is
specifically said maple syrup.
that's right.
So I don't know.
Hmm.
All right, now let me ask you this one because this is. So then I started thinking like, what do you see in a restaurant like on the table? What's always sitting out? Right, because you see ketchup out there and salt
Salt
and
and
pepper.
pepper.
What's the other thing? Think
Su-
like breakfast.
Sugar.
Right next to it, this little cart. It's got a little cart.
Oh, jam.
Cream.
Yeah, jams and jellies, right? Mm-hmm. Don't you put all your jelly and jam in a refrigerator at your house?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up with the little cart?
Well, what about the cream out there?
The half and half?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with that. So
What are we trying to do? Just
I know,
fuck off
it's-
breakfast or something? Breakfast? Like, what are we?
no, so I'm just trying to figure it out because
It's-
like I always like I'm like, am I getting everything backwards here? I leave my ketchup out and I have room for my syrup. I may be fucking up. So it says they do not have enough moisture in those little packets to support bacteria and they're too acidic. So those little packets are good because they're this little tiny bit.
But if you opened it, it would get bacteria and it
That's
would go.
right.
Right.
So if you have a big jar and you open it, it can get in there. So that's pretty wild.
That is wild.
Stuff. So let me read this little thing here. It says, how frequently do you use ketchup? If you love ketchup on your daily eggs, and eat lots of burgers and fries, you can leave it on your counter and whatever, much like a diner. People that use ketchup more sparsely have to choose refrigeration because ketchup will be fine for a month outside the fridge. only a month. I keep a ketchup bottle. I mean, we have ketchup bottles for like 2 fucking years.
Yeah, I know. That's
In the
You know what I
fridge.
mean?
in the fridge.
So you can only keep it out for a month. Here's the caveat. See, there's always a little thing.
Okay.
The mustard will last for 2 months, it says here. But like Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce, all those things, none of that needs to be in there.
Oh, they're in the fridge right now.
I know. This is what it's so weird. So then I looked up peanut butter too.
Boy, you
Because I'm just like, wait a minute. Like,
he's going for his thesis.
We have
This
a
is
small fridge, and we constantly are.
so
like,
can peanut butter stay out or does it have to be refrigerated?
it
I
does
say out.
not have to be
So
refrigerated.
out is what we do.
Yeah.
Wrong.
What?
Ish.
Oh.
This
Wait,
goes back
is
to
it
Courtney.
the natural peanut butter?
Well, no. So they say peanut butter is good until you get jelly. If a little bit of jelly gets in your jar, then you're fucked.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So-
otherwise, you can leave it out.
Question of the week is: do you use 2 knives for making peanut butter and jelly, or just one?
Fuck no, you use your tongue to clean it off in the middle. And then,
Oh,
That's
you're-
then
wrong.
it's your own
then
bacteria.
It needs to go, no, but it still needs to go in the fridge. Then
Dude, I could guarantee right
First
now
of
there's
all-
a little slide of jelly in our peanut butter jar.
If there's a little bit of jelly in your peanut butter jar, that is savage. That is absolutely barbaric. That is the most foulest thing.
so you
Actually, no,
use-
it's opposite. I know why it's opposite. It's in the jelly jar because I always put peanut butter on first.
Right.
And then I
Yeah.
lick it. And no, I'm just kidding. I rinse it off in the sink. And then I put it in the jelly. But sometimes there's a little peanut butter residue left over.
I did notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not great.
But it's refrigerated, so that's fine. I did it in the right order. So if you're making a peanut butter first, jelly, you heard it here first.
Thank you.
That's
Wow.
retractions, revisions from Jeb.
Very good. You did your work. That was good.
See, and he tried to steal my thunder.
That was
I was
good.
like,
know.
I printed things out,
With-
Jeff.
You're like,
with
Jeff, get the fuck out.
research.
It's time for you to go.
With no research, and especially about the birds thing, he keeps bringing that up without researching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to do his homework.
He certainly does. I wanted to go back to the breakfast thing. The breakfast thing was interesting. And do you know why? And I had seen this mostly in older people. But when I was younger, in that, when I was younger, in the older people, that generation,
Yeah.
World War II, whatever, I would go into diners and I'd see old men put their whole silverware
Yeah.
into their coffee mugs. And this happened multiple times. I'm going, whoa.
With coffee in there?
With coffee in there. I'm
No.
going, cuckoo. Boy, getting a little old. You know why?
No.
It's to reduce the heat. It's too hot, so they put the metal in, and the metal is conducting the heat.
No way.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, but I mean, that's
seen
awesome.
I've seen it 3 times.
I'm going to fucking start doing that and just look around at people and be like,
And
yeah, bitch.
So they want to have their coffee, so they put their whole silverware in as opposed to just
Right.
one, because if they put all 4 or 5 of them in,
Right.
or whatever, fork, knife,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
it goes down faster because I want to drink a fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Then they pull it out, it steams, and then he's just back on.
Well, so I do this all the time. I make coffee in the morning as I'm cooking. And like if I have a bacon fork, whatever,
Right.
I use the bacon fork to stir my coffee. Not all the time, but like if there's not another thing there, I just go, you know.
You just want to get that grease in there some way or another.
I'm
Huh?
gonna eat it doesn't mess it up at all. It's coffee. Coffee's brutal.
Yeah, well, anyways, that was just my thing.
Yeah, that was an addition.
An addition to breakfast talk.
What about you, Court?
So I have been hearing you say this for quite some time, and I never really. It just like it didn't set right with me.
When I
And-
was talking about you wasting boners.
No, something different.
Something different.
Something different. But then this week I saw something online, and it's from the Hush Education, Body Safety Education, and Sexuality Education. And it says 84 men a week in the UK die by suicide. That's 12 per day, 1 man every 2 hours. Stop telling men they aren't allowed to cry, or that will make them less of a man. Because you're always like, I sucked in my tears like a man.
Well, I didn't. I cried at the lake house.
I
If
know.
that makes you feel
but-
any better.
But I just
Cried
wanted
myself to sleep while Will was getting losing his voice, having fun in the
The
backyard. I'm
retraction
just kidding.
is that it just a friendly reminder that, and so this again is from the Hush Education. In our staff meeting yesterday, the unspoken rule. I mentioned unspoken rules, words we may have grown up hearing, or ideas we picked up along the way. Along these used to be, and often still is, this sort of expectation that crying is a female response. Real men don't cry, they just get on with it. Regardless of whether we think this is wrong, untrue, we cannot deny that in daily life, we would see more tears from quote-unquote women than quote-unquote men, and man in tears remains newsworthy. This needs to change. Feelings are feelings, and all emotions are for everyone, people. So,
Well, yeah, I gotta say, like the next morning after I did cry, and went to sleep. I woke up feeling relaxed. I felt better. I was like a little bit more like, I had a lot more fuck it.
Right.
You know what? There's nothing I could do. I've had a lot of people this week in the hospital dying, did die. I'm like 5 or 6 right now. It's like, it just happens in this big wave in the last like week and a half. But you know, stress and then everything else, you know, so then, you know, getting a good cry in there. Next morning I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's nothing I could do. I'm at the lake house. I broke out the new Beans on Toast book. Just, you know.
Yeah, you enjoyed that.
And I just had a relaxing day. I was like, I'm going to go fishing. And then I was like.
He was literally on a hammock reading, like relaxing to the full extent of relaxing.
Yeah. While everyone worked around me.
Well, that's it.
Like,
that's the thing is like,
asshole.
it doesn't matter. If you need to cry, you need to cry. And sometimes there are times for me specifically where, like Jeb said, like if you cry, it breaks down stuff and it releases something. There's something about
Yeah. No, you do. You feel good. It's
Right.
cathartic. Is that the word?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
So crying during sex is a good thing?
I don't
Right?
know.
You don't know? I mean,
Maybe it's super cathartic. I don't know.
I don't know. Are you asking for a friend? Asking for a friend.
totally asking for a friend. Oh,
What did they
man.
say about that in your little fucking
didn't.
in your little printout
Yeah,
there?
there
you
Courtney?
go.
They didn't.
Oh, she got red.
While I was laying on the hammock, you know, I looked down at. I have this really old anti-swastika tattoo.
Right.
Anti
Anti.
swastika. Yeah, it was my first real tattoo. And it's fading now. It's old. And so, as you get older, for those of you that are young bucks out there listening, your hair starts to go away a little bit. Like it's on my ankle. I'm losing hair-ish down on my ankle, and where that tattoo is, I barely have any hair there anymore. And so, what's really interesting is in the red of the anti part,
Oh, there's holes.
it's all white polka dots.
Right.
I was like, oh, I didn't even know, like, all where the follicles were. You can see all my old hair spots when there's no more
really?
hair. It's fucking weird.
So they just died?
Yeah, it just kind of falls out, or when it goes bald. I'm balding. I have bald ankles and eyebrows, but I have a full head of hair.
That's a terrible combo, though.
I don't think it is.
Balding. I guess
I mean, the
not.
eyebrow thing, yeah. If my eyebrows fell out, I'm not going to be fired up on that. But
Yeah, if they do fall out, now this is a question. We'll get back to you real quick.
Yeah.
But if they do fall out,
yeah.
because you have a hairy face too and a
Yeah.
hairy head, would you consider getting them tattooed?
No. I would do transplants, though. Little.
Transplants.
Yeah. Hair
Wow.
transplant for my brow.
I just do just one couple lines of tattoo. That's it. Call it quits.
Yeah.
When I'm angry, I'm angry. Put on my, you know what I mean?
No, it's just.
You would
Yeah.
tattoo angry eyebrows?
Yeah, tattoo angry eyebrows. And that's it.
Here's an idea. Let's shave your eyebrows off because 60, or episode 60 is tattoo time. That's next week.
Oh, you can
I mean,
do it.
put your money where your mouth is. Let's shave them and tattoo them in. And then, I mean, then they can grow back, but, eventually it'll always look full and lush for you.
That's a good point.
It's just,
That might just happen.
man, I got $100 that says you won't.
Oh, no.
I'll put another 100 that I don't.
Yeah. Right?
Hey,
Yeah.
is it really next week?
Yeah.
Like, ink
I was
will-
going to talk about it in closing thoughts.
Okay, but ink will be on us next week.
I don't
think
know.
so, man. One of us.
What
Well,
about the?
We have to do a drawing.
Yeah. What about?
Yeah, let's talk about it in closing thoughts. That was what I was kind of
All right,
thinking.
fine.
'Cause we got to nail it down. Because also, we do
so
this to poor Nick over there at
fast.
Heart and Dagger every time. Where he just, hey, can we come in today? And he's like, you have to make an appointment.
Yeah.
You fucking take up my whole shop with your bullshit, and we're drinking and fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't seem stoked on us.
No, he is, but like,
enjoys us,
we
but-
just gotta make an appointment. So maybe it's a couple weeks
Right.
just to be able to.
We better make an appointment.
I mean, we even did it to him like for our anniversary. We
Yeah.
get the stupid stick figures and stuff. So do you guys remember what question of the week was last week?
I don't.
Me neither. Jeff was the one who asked it, and I cannot remember. I didn't
What
do the
about
edit.
the song?
I've got a nice
Who would
question.
you sing your song or your favorite?
Oh no, I remember what it was.
Yeah.
It was. We'll wait for him.
Yeah.
It was because you told the story of your mom and having that poop thing, like the you having to poop in a library was like an actual scientific term.
Yeah.
And it was named after someone.
Yeah.
So where would your poop spot be, or your situation to be so fantastic that they would have a scientific term
Okay.
written about it?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. The question itself is even hard.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I have one that's a lot easier.
All right, let's
Okay.
hear
And
it.
so we can just answer it right now.
Let's do it.
If there was one more season of any TV show,
Ooh.
what would it be?
That's so hard, dude.
I know, but it's good. You can
I mean,
just throw one out there.
You want to. I'm gonna have to say Sopranos because you're gonna want to know what happened at the end, and it just
I
went
didn't
black.
ever watch the end of Sopranos.
It just went black,
Oh, dang.
and that's very frustrating.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's been
Well,
over a
come
decade.
on, dude. Yeah.
No, I know. Okay. The first thing that came to my mind was Lie to Me. I missed that show.
Lie to me.
I
Oh wow,
loved that show. It was a good
You
one.
really liked that more than it deserved. I think it was fine.
I liked
but,
it.
Oh wait, I'm mixing it up with something else. No, Lie to Me was pretty rad.
I know.
What's that dude's name? He's like in.
I don't know. He's in so many things.
He was like in Train Spotting and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Retraction revision next week.
All right.
Yeah, Lie to Me. It was pretty rad. Like he could tell when people were lying and go
Oh.
and consult and
Yeah.
figure it out. But he was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
All the time, and I really liked that character.
Huh, wonder why. So I don't know. There's too many. That's really good.
It is a really good
That's
question.
a good question. Like,
And that's
Well, we can do a couple. I
that's
mean, you can pick a
weird.
couple.
that Lie to Me was the first thing.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, right now Dexter's getting ready to come back out, and that was something that I love Dexter. It tailed off real hard.
it's coming back out.
It's coming back out. I think September.
Same character. I mean, same person.
Yeah, he's like coming back from Alaska, or he's murdering people up in Alaska. I don't know. They've been doing kind of trailers just like in the snow with an axe kind of thing.
Oh.
Wow. I saw. I liked 6 Feet Under when he was in that one. That was a good TV program.
You would like to see that come back?
No.
Yeah, right. You got to pick something you want
know.
to actually see. I'll go for mine. And I don't know if you guys will know this one. Carnival.
Oh yeah. I
It was on
remember that one.
HBO. They only had 2 seasons. And the way they left it, like, they just got canceled. The way they left that, they never they could have just put out a press release or something. Lie to me, bro. Like,
Right.
they did not finish that off. And it was awesome. It was creepy. And, without giving it away too much, like, it's like heaven and hell. There's like a traveling road show, like old school carnival preaching and shit and hookers. And it was rad.
I think it's harder for shows to get canceled now with Netflix, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess they
would
still
wrap
can.
it up, or they would wrap it up in
Right,
some way. You know,
right.
like this didn't
Yeah.
get wrapped up, and you're like, "Fuck, man."
yeah,
That one has always bugged me.
right.
That's my call. One more season of Carnival. Yeah, you still don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
Should we play a song and then
Let's
maybe
hear-
come back
let's
and
play a song.
and think about it a little bit?
Yeah, good.
Crawling on my hands and knees to try to tell you what I see, but others keep burn out while you learn nothing. The worst part was hoping you'd stay. Go take a breath underwater. You'll choke and you'll suffer. You'll fuck up your life and you won't love another. You'll ruin your smile with those drugs that you take. And I hope that this hurts like hell. I want you burned out while you've learned nothing. The worst part was hoping you'd stay. Go take a breath underwater. You'll choke and you'll suffer. And I hope this hurts like hell. I want you burned out while you've learned nothing. The worst part was hoping you'd stay. I hope this sinks in and cuts. No, these words aren't enough, but I'll scream them till my throat blows. I hope it burns.
All right, that is Masi, and I really hope I'm saying it right, you guys. But they are a Chicago indie punk outfit, and
Chicago, they got a great scene too.
yeah, and they are actually playing the festival
Oh,
on
no
October
shit.
31st. So
Oh.
check them out, and they are going on tour in this fall, and it looks like they're going. They have some U.S. dates, obviously because of Fest, Chicago, Bloomington, but then they're going to Europe. So
Nice.
good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
Dude, yeah. Surprisingly enough, being from Florida, we have never been to Fest.
I know, isn't that weird?
They started it after we lived out here in California,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
But
It's
still,
every
dude,
year. I'm like, damn.
God damn it.
I
Yeah.
know, I want to go.
We're just so backed up with everything that we're doing. I wish we could do everything. We were just asked to go to Mammoth, too.
Oh, wow.
In like 2 weeks, I was like, fuck, man. Like every other week, I'm going to go out of town right now.
But there's no snow out there, is there?
No, it's for the
There's a skate
there's a
competition.
skate comp, and also like during the summertime, they have the same ski lifts that will take you up, or the shuttles.
Yeah.
And then you can ride mountain bikes down.
Yeah, bike down the trails, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, that sounds
when
like
you get
fun.
my new e-bike, I don't even need the lift.
No.
I'm going to lift myself, girl.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and give everyone the lowdown? Soundslikenonsense.com. Please go visit us.
Yeah, so if you like what you're hearing, please go ahead and like, subscribe, share, post in a Facebook group if somebody's like, hey, what kind of podcast are you listening to? Because it really helps us, but not only that, it helps all of the bands that we're promoting.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about, man. We're
For
just trying
us,
to, we
that's
just
what
like
it
new
is.
music.
That's
So we're
right.
just trying to get as much music in here and spread it as much as we can. It's a help us help you situation.
That's right. And so
yeah.
give us a like on Facebook, Instagram, all the things. But go to soundslikenonsense.com to actually see all of the bands. We create a page for every band so that it's one easy click to get all of their socials, everything that they're doing.
It's a cool website.
Right. So also if you're
Biased,
a band,
but she did work hard.
if you're a band and you want to submit, there's a link on our website, soundslikenonsense.com. If you want to listen to the playlist, we have a Spotify playlist. All the bands that we have had on who are on Spotify, the song that we played, it makes your Spotify algorithm awesome. So
yeah,
definitely
it's crazy.
do that.
There's a shitload of bands on there.
Join our Facebook group, and then we just shoot the shit during the week and
Yeah.
stuff. And
I mean, we have 3 to 4 bands every single week.
Every week.
We're working on. It's episode 59 right now, and that's not including all the happy hours. And
Right.
we're overdue for a happy hour.
Yeah, we are.
And mosh ups and all the things. So we have a ton of fucking bands on
That's
there,
right.
and I bet you haven't heard them all. There's no fucking way. I listen to a shitload of punk rock. I'm not trying to out-punk nobody, but I can tell you right now, you have not heard every single one of these bands.
That's right.
It's worth just going through, man, and like finding new favorites. That's one of the best parts about doing this podcast for us. And this is something we haven't done in a long time too. Me and Courtney, we just used to sit down and go through submissions together and have drinks and just be like, yeah, let's put these bands together or whatever. And that's so fun just to listen to new music.
It really is. And sometimes, like, just even opening the email, like today, the band that we have on who are interviewing today.
Yes. Desperate Acts.
Desperate Acts.
I was fired up. We
right.
were only allowed to get the new single that you guys haven't heard yet. And I was like, holy shit, I want to hear the entire rest of this right
And we're
now.
going to have an interview with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Matt and Karl are coming on. So
Yeah. But it's super fun to be able to open up and really hear new music.
that's right. So soundslikenonsense.com. Get her done.
Get her done.
Okay. That was stupid.
No,
I'm
that-
sorry.
that
I
works.
I
It
apologize
works.
for that. I apologize.
That works.
See, I did another one as jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right.
stupid. Now it's time for
Sportney segment.
I was going to talk about something else, but then something came up this morning that I was like, I got to talk about it.
Good.
I'm going to talk about irrational fears.
Irrational fears.
Irrational fears.
Okay, let's hear.
Because when we got to the studio this morning, there was a box out front, and it,
I was trying to think, what did I do wrong? Will was too.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
I was like, I jumped out and scared her, or what did I do? Like,
Yeah.
I totally thought this was gonna be on me. That's not on me.
No, it's not.
Stoked.
Yeah. So, but there was the package at the door by the studio, and whenever I get a package from somebody that I don't know, and especially this one, it had like a warning label on it for like
What?
fireworks or whatever, like explosives.
Like if you're shipping explosives or something,
right?
Okay.
or batteries.
Or batteries or trackers for your company vehicles, kind of thing.
I get it.
So, anyways, like, I am terrified to open up packages from people that I'm not expecting it from, because in the news, like, I hear of people getting like exploded from just random people, just like, whatever.
And what did I tell you?
And so I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to open this. And he goes, you're not that cool to where somebody's going to like bomb you. And
I
I was
thought
like,
I said important, but
no, you said you're not that cool.
oh, okay.
And I was like, no. I was like, I know that I'm not that cool. I'm saying that people randomly bomb normal, everyday people. And then he goes, but you're not that normal either.
Yeah, there you go.
Great.
That's a good point. But I don't really hear that much of people blowing up out of the blue.
Okay, so I guess I watch too much
Right.
Dateline or something.
Okay,
And
okay.
like all the, like we watch a lot of murder shows. And so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I just have that irrational fear of like if it's not, something that I've ordered that I remember I've ordered it, or it's coming from somebody that I don't know, I'm always scared to open up the package. And I will leave it outside every single time. I
know,
even opened it outside.
I know. Well, you did it right in the doorway, so I couldn't even get around. You're like, well, you're getting some of this too. If
So-
this is going down, just in case.
I have two questions. So your irrational fears, and that's interesting that you have that. But can you tell us what was in the box?
It was two trackers that I had ordered from our, customer management group.
Oh,
They just didn't put it in our box. They stuck it by the door, which is weird. That never happens. That's all. That's why it was a little
And
weird.
also, it didn't say the company's name that it
But
should have
also,
been
I've come
coming from.
home recently,
Yes.
and there's been a box sitting out.
Yeah.
And you're like, mm-mm. I'm like, what's that box doing out there? You're like, I don't know. I think it's a bomb. I'm like,
my
what are you?
God.
What the fuck is
How
happening
long,
right now?
how long do you have to quarantine it before you open it?
That's right.
Well, I usually give it a day because I'm like, well, if it,
She's losing it over here. No, go on.
if
Go
it
on.
hasn't exploded. But also the thing
It
is,
hasn't exploded.
but remember back in the day when they were sending envelopes of like that
Yeah.
white powdered
The
stuff?
what
was that called?
Oh, shit.
And like that
Anthrax.
was
Anthrax.
Yeah, so that wasn't like a bomb situation, but like, people were just opening it up, and those were everyday average people. They were not anybody important. Well, sometimes they did send them to like congressmen and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I have irrational fears, so I would just wanted to say, what are your irrational fears? Because everybody has them. Everyone has an irrational fear.
Okay. What's your irrational fear? I don't know that. Do I have an irrational fear?
What is this? Could this like if I'm scared of lizards? Is that irrational, or is that a phobia?
Ooh.
Well, I have it. I guess like if I see like snakes on TV, I'll think the ones under the couch.
Okay, that's irrational.
I mean, but do I lift my feet up? No.
Oh, I lift up my feet.
I know you do.
You guys are so nuts.
If you're sitting on the toilet and you see one of those little things, like the photo of like the snake coming up the toilet, I'm
yeah.
like, it's time to get out of here.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I
Legs
see
are
those
numb.
all the time. I look down first every time.
Yeah, but what happens during it? You're not looking down.
Yeah,
What
the
happens-
movement. The
No.
movement is what attracts the snake in the water.
No,
Yeah.
don't tell me that.
You have a good night's sleep, lady.
This is
Well, a good night
wrong.
shitting or something. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I have probably a lot. I don't know, but like
I can't think of one.
because I
that's
mean,
really,
you can't if you're scared of heights and you don't want to go across a bridge. That makes sense, but that doesn't sound irrational to me. That means that
Yeah.
you are
Right.
Yeah.
completely.
Irrational. Gosh, like
you shouldn't be scared of it.
yeah, you should
Like
not be
a
scared of it.
package with your name on it that came from
Somebody that
I
you
should be
UPS.
scared of a blue belly lizard.
Are you?
No. But yeah, irrational. I don't know.
Yeah, because like, all right, I went disc golfing yesterday and I beat everybody, but like, there's snakes on the trail, rattlesnakes. I pay attention, and I
That's
would say that
irrational. That is
I wouldn't
rational.
even say I'm scared, but I'm keeping an eye. Yeah, it's not irrational.
That's not irrational. I'm not
Yeah.
the only one. I am
All right,
not
I got
the
one. I got
only
one. I got one.
Okay.
We're in Shasta.
Yeah.
And I was in that water. No matter what, it's fresh water.
Yeah.
I
You know there's nothing there.
I know there's nothing there. I still felt fear of either an animal, a shark,
Okay.
a boogeyman, a creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
That's irrational.
Yeah. So same thing. Jump into any lake water. Being from Florida, I get that water, lake water,
Okay.
river water, whatever, in my nose.
Yeah.
I think of an alligator immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still not scared though, really. Just like I'm like, oh, that means alligators.
But that's still irrational because you know in your head that it's
But no,
not
I
there.
rationalize it immediately.
Oh.
Though I go, alligator, no. Just like snake on the thing. Is there one under my couch? No. And then
No.
keep my feet down.
You know, I just read today. This is a quote from Nicolas Cage. Quote. Now, it might be a movie quote, but it's a quote.
Okay.
All good stories start with a snake.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see him saying that. I mean, yeah, I've got great snake stories.
Yeah, but
You want one?
sure, let's hear it.
I mean, might as well, right? We're fucking here. Yeah, so I worked with this crazy redneck guy. He was out of his fucking mind all the
Right.
time when I was younger. I was 18 when I started working with him, doing electrical stuff. And so we're just hanging out after work, having some beers. And in Florida, there's shitloads of snakes, right? This guy's just standing next to a big bush, a tall bush that's like up to his roof line. Let's say it's a hibiscus or something like that, I believe. And so this red rat snake starts sticking its head out of the bush, but back behind this guy,
Oh shit!
like over his shoulder, if you will. And he's just sitting there talking, and
Oh,
I would
God.
go to point, and this crazy dude that I work with just smacked my hand down. I was like, and I'm like, but I was like, fuck, and I just watch this snake, and the snake just comes out and it gets right into his vision, right past his ear. And just to where he can see it, he lost his fucking mind. I've never seen anyone freak out more about seeing a
Why did you
snake.
slap your hand? He was
Because he
talking-
wanted to see what happened. Letting the fucking
Oh, to the guy.
yeah, because the guy's like standing across from me, right? So, and I'm like, oh shit, a snake! Like, and he's like, no, let's just.
Okay, so it wasn't the redhead snake. No, the redneck hit your hand.
Yeah, saying-
because you were watching another man.
Yeah,
about to
I
get
understand.
fucking bit by the snake,
Okay.
and they're not poisonous or anything.
Oh.
I've been bit by them a million times. I used to catch them as kids. They can be aggressive a little bit. I mean, fuck them though. Like, right? There's a snake, but like this guy, what he did wind up killing the snake. Spoiler.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the snake didn't even bite him. It just freaked him out so much. I mean, dude, just imagine you're standing there, like I'm standing here, and then it's just a snake. You see it come right into your
See,
line
I
of sight.
I have an irrational fear right now. That's
Yeah.
what I feel is happening right now. It's going to happen to me. I feel like that's going to happen.
It was pretty funny. It was worth not telling him.
I just remembered. This is weird. I hate snakes too. I had a dream about a python, and I made him bite me,
What?
and I was terrified. and
Why?
he bit me, and then I said, "I don't like that," and so I chopped its head off. And I don't do that shit.
Oh,
Wow.
And then I tried to put them back together.
wow.
That's a weird. That's a weird dream. Though.
Yeah. Oh, we should do a dream segment.
Oh,
You should do it. That should be like a
you got to research why you did that.
A lot of
Like,
dreams.
In dreams.
yeah. Get a dream book,
Yeah.
and then we can interpret some dreams. I should write
I get
down
some
my
pat-
dreams and let you interpret them.
Should I get some patchouli and some
Yes.
incense?
Oh, I thought of a new segment for you too. Porn review.
No, thank you.
I would love to hear
Oh.
that. That would be I think our listeners deserve to hear.
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Courtney,
Anyways,
I got this and I'll be done. And I'll move on. This is
Okay.
nothing. I would like to vote for that, but we can move on.
We
can
should
move
get a vote.
on.
We should at
Okay.
least have a vote.
But I want to tell you one time, I was coming back from Lone Pine, California. I was driving. This is not a joke. and everybody in the car were asleep. And probably, this is not a joke.
I know, but it's going to be so
Everyone's
funny how
asleep.
you just feel it.
I was falling asleep kind of, but I was driving. So I said, I'm going to think of every single porn lady that I know.
Okay.
All right? And I'm not lying. I swear to you. I got to the bottom of Ventura. That's 4 hours. Basically, I finally ran out.
That's insane.
4 hours.
Well, see, he used to work at a porn store, too, so he's coming from a professional angle.
Oh, that's right. Professional angle.
I'm serious. He worked night shift at the porn store.
Worst job of my life.
That's
But I'm
insane.
just saying, 4 hours? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Wow.
Courtney.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm
Anyways,
just putting it out there.
If you have an irrational fear, I want to hear about it because I know that I'm not the only person. I know that I'm not the only person who has this. So join our Facebook group and chat with me. I want to hear it.
All right. It sounds like this.
And it sounds like this is the Facebook group.
right, that was another Kelly Masi song right there.
I liked it.
Yeah, they're rad.
Yeah.
That album's really good, so go out there and check it out. So this week, and we got our guest coming in just a second, but I wanted to play another song. Jeff's not here, so I'm like, fuck it, we'll play some more music.
That's right.
That's what it's all about anyways. Me and Will are going to go in the river. I don't know. For longtime listeners, we did the river thing. They let water out around here like once a year out of the lake, and it fills up our river, and you can tube it.
Yeah.
So last year, those of you that are also new that don't know, we're kind of Bigfoot obsessed.
Yeah.
Courtney is, anyways.
Oh,
But-
big time.
Sure.
Yeah, she's got a tattoo and everything.
Sure.
It's right. It's on her head.
It is on my head.
Oh, God.
I don't have that. So we bought this fucking 8-foot tall fucking Bigfoot silhouette.
Yeah, but it's heavy.
It's heavy. So the question is, I'm proposing to you now, Will, because it's me and you this Tuesday, I think.
It's just us.
If I can
Yeah.
just get my work done tomorrow, if I can get it done tomorrow, I'm thinking we go right around lunch and we charge it,
All right. Yeah.
tube it up,
Yeah. Tubular.
and bring the fucking Bigfoot with
You're
us.
gonna have to tube first to see what's going on. You are not gonna.
I think
bring-
we Bigfoot first,
Oh.
tube later. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that
No,
means.
she's got a good point, but I thought that we'd have to raft the.
I mean, people have been going through. I hope because it's the weekend still, and I'm like, I hope these kids. I'm hoping like for all those kids that you yelled at
Yeah.
in front of our house. That's
Yeah,
basically the exact people that we're looking for to go
No,
through
they're
and like
too-
burn the trail.
They are too cool for school right now. They're not doing the river.
Fuck yeah, they're doing a river.
No, I'm with Courtney. The kids nowadays don't play in the river.
Yeah.
What?
No way. They
No,
got
it's
so
the
many
younger kids.
Yeah.
It's the junior high.
Well, whatever. I mean, I'm hoping that it's cleared out for us. So I don't know. So you don't think that we take it first trip?
She has a good point.
All right. So exploratory trip Tuesday, if I can get my stuff done, and then take it down because we missed the boat last time. Like we
Yeah.
got this fucking thing because I want to put our Sounds Like Nonsense thing on it.
No. you-
Like
you're
take
not.
pictures.
We've had this discussion before. Our community is not our listener base.
That is true.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that. We
We've
talk a
talked
lot
about-
of
Yeah, yeah,
shit
yeah,
about
yeah,
these
yeah.
people around
We've
here.
talked about it many times.
Okay, I know, but I just get so excited.
What about just putting it up and then we find a camera in the bushes and see people's reactions?
That's brutal too. You're gonna get your camera stolen for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
but if
people
we-
will start looking immediately for
Right.
cameras.
But not like, like if you put it on the Sasquatch.
I mean, here's the thing: are we willing to risk just losing it?
I'm
Because
not.
we know we're gonna see it like on the groups and the whatever social media stuff. It will pop up if people are gonna find this fucking 8-foot tall Sasquatch.
Right.
They'll be taking photos with
He's
it.
gonna get stolen.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. The group of kids, they're gonna take it first. They're not gonna leave it there.
Right.
We're going to come back. There's just be nothing but bullet holes.
Or okay, what about this? We just put a little thing in there like, please don't steal. Let everyone have some fun. Tag yourself on the Sandy and Nez Sasquatch online.
Yeah. Kind of. Well, let's talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going. So
Okay.
Look at her. Well, whatever. That's a good one.
I mean, we did pay a little bit too much money for that thing.
I would
Stupid.
rather keep him around for another year and then do it.
The whole point of buying him was to be on the river
You're
for
right.
people to freak people out.
You're right.
As you're coming down a weird spot,
You're right. And
and then maybe we could figure out a way. Oh, you know what? If I have my e-bike, we could just drive it on down the trail and put it in.
When are you getting your e-bike?
It's a good question. When am I getting my e-bike?
I don't know, Jeb.
Not by Tuesday.
Not by Tuesday.
Tuesday.
This is bullshit. I'm having a desperate act right now, and I don't want to wait until the river dries out. Oh, see, that's my segue. This is this is drying out by Desperate Acts.
Put your glasses out. We're staying in to talk about clean and healthy blood, better skin that you could love. I hate to moan and piss, but hell is real, and here it is. I love to douse it out, the same routine, when in doubt. I'm not
pickle jar. A tea time, one tea time too far. A weekend drowning in Duluth. Pulling out your rotten tooth. Another night, I wanna know how deep these rotten roots can grow. Another day to let it all dry out. Put two glasses out. We're staying in to talk about another night. I wanna know how deep these rotten roots can grow. Another night under the stars. The neon lights, these bleached out bars. Another day to let it all dry out. A shoebox full of photographs. A joke that if you knew you'd laugh. Sleeping on a bathroom floor. A short walk to a corner store.
There we go.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. Is Carl coming today too, or is it just gonna be you?
I think it's just me. Carl's in transit. He's coming back from California, so he asked me last minute if I would step in and do this, which I'm very happy to.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no worries. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Jeb here. That's Mr. Will Ridge.
Hello up there.
And this is my wife, Courtney.
Hey.
And we are in the same room. We just have different cameras going.
Yeah.
Good.
We're
Nice to meet you all.
out in Santa Barbara. Where are you at?
I am in, well, I'm technically in Lake Elmo, Minnesota, which is just east of St. Paul, Minneapolis.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm in my wife's office right now on my laptop because we were at a 3-year-old birthday party next door. So I'm
Wow.
as sequestered as I can be so that kids don't bust in and yell and scream while this is going on.
Oh, God. Well, here's a very important question. Can they hear us?
No, they certainly cannot.
Oh,
But
Okay,
if-
because,
if you see my eyes suddenly dart to the side like
well,
this,
yeah. Got it.
Get.
All right.
Well, I
Okay.
guess you're welcome for giving you some time away from the 3-year-old birthday party.
yeah, this was a very valid excuse for sneaking away. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a kid too. He's a teenager now, but man, those years it's like every single weekend.
It's all the time.
And we both played in bands too during that time, and it was like every single weekend there's a birthday party or a show or something. There's no rest.
There's
Yeah,
no rest.
sometimes we're really thankful for it because it helps us schedule our weekends. It's like it's either all or nothing. Either we have 3 little kid birthday parties to go to, or
Right.
we have a whole weekend of nothing where our kids are trying to strangle us inside the house. So
Yeah, right.
you gotta take the social interaction where you can get it, especially these days.
For sure.
yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2, so I have a girl who's about to be 6 and a girl who's about to be 4.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
You're
Very
you're in
cool.
the thick of it, buddy.
Yeah, you guys have a teenager.
We have a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You're in a different kind of thick of it.
Yes.
Yeah, solid conversation this morning. I was like, our neighbor has complained about his playing rap music as he drives home, like consistently, and we're like, can you just please turn your music off for 5 seconds? Like, just as you drive in front of this one guy's house. Yes, he's being an asshole, but like, you're being an asshole too. 5 seconds, man.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, maybe, dude.
We'll think about it.
Fucking
Yeah,
punk.
think about it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Kids are rad.
Anyways, we were
Let's get
listening
to
to
some
your
music.
we were listening to your songs and
Song.
and we were highly impressed, and we're very thankful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Yeah, Courtney, why don't you kick off a couple questions here and get us
Yeah.
going?
So your album is coming out in September. So tell me how did you start with this band? All of the band members who are not here, just kind of give us a rundown of like the basics of
Like
the
how it
band.
came together.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Sure, yeah. So most of us, I mean, we're old by punk standards, and we've all been in a bunch of different bands over the years. Karl lived in Los Angeles for a long time, and then when he moved back to Minneapolis, he's a pretty like Carl's the planner, and he's the man who makes things happen.
The mastermind.
Yes, someone has to be the driver, right?
Band
Yeah.
mom.
So we did this thing where you know the band Dillinger 4 here
Of
does
course.
this.
Yep.
They do this annual festival called D4th of July where they would play at the Triple Rock, and a lot of us were in hardcore bands back in the day, and they had asked us, "What you guys should do like a cover band for D4th or whatever," and they had us do like. We did this like running gag. It was called Edge Break, that we played a bunch of like classic straight edge songs. But the joke is that it's a bunch of like washed up dads in this hardcore band.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so it was me and Karl and a bunch of other buddies. And, it kind of got the juices flowing again about, okay, could we do this? Would it be fun to do another band? And I had kind of just gotten out of the band I was doing before that and thought I was kind of done with it. But you guys know how it is. Like, it's just something that's
It's a grind, dude.
It's
you
a
just
grind.
always want to do it. It's like you put it down and think I'm done with this,
Yeah.
and then 6 months later you're like, do I want to do this again? You're like, shit. Well, I'm starting from scratch all over again.
Yep.
So,
Right.
so it was kind of that. Like Karl said, hey, do you want to try and get something going? And I just happened to have a couple demos that I hadn't used in a previous project, and
Nice.
said, listen to these. Like, do you like these? He's like, yeah. He was really enthusiastic. I mean, that's what he does. He just has energy for it, and like
Awesome.
got me to stop being a corpse and like get up and do it.
And what does Karl play?
Yeah, what do you guys play?
Karl drums. I sing and play guitar.
Okay.
We have our kind of lead guitar player, Brent Hedke, also had been in a bunch of, super active local bands, and our bass player Dan, who we've all been in bands or side projects with for the last 20 years or something.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it looks like Karl's joining, so I'm going to let him in right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sweet.
Look at that.
Oh, there you are.
There we go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's up, dude?
You guys look the same. Wow.
Yeah, there's only two kinds of haircuts in our band.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's either the two older guys have full robust heads of hair and look like they're in the early 20s, and Matt and I are the younger ones, and we hold the old side of the fort down. So
Well, whatever works.
someone's got to do it.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for jumping in. We were unsure if you're gonna make it.
Uh-oh.
No, all good. Yeah, I just had to, the stupid technical stuff, get the internet back on, all that great
Very cool.
Ugh.
shit.
Now,
So
that's pretty rough because it's coming in and out.
Yeah, it was
we'll
real
just-
choppy.
We'll move along with it.
We'll do the best that we can with it.
right.
It just sounds like your internet may be wrong. Did he freeze? Oh, there he
No,
is.
Good. We'll just move.
right.
We'll just move along
Yeah.
and do our best.
it's only been 18 months. I still haven't figured this stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Right.
still trying to figure it out too. I had my wife over here do my Zoom for me.
Yeah, I have
Every
to,
single
I have to do
week.
all
I'm
that
like,
stuff.
do it for me, mommy.
You're right.
I don't
Yeah.
know what to do. Yeah, hey, Will, why don't you ask these guys some questions?
Well, I got a couple questions. One, we found out that you are the drummer and you're very motivational, and Karl. And but I have a question. How do you guys don't live in the same area, do you?
Yeah, we do. I mean,
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
we're all Minneapolis, St. Paul.
okay.
But we're all just like inner suburbs now. So
Right.
like the metro of Minneapolis, St. Paul isn't really that big, comparatively. So we're all like, put it this way, like our practice space is dead center between St. Paul and Minneapolis, and
Oh,
none
wow.
of us have more than like a 20-minute drive.
Oh,
from
that's
there.
Oh,
perfect.
perfect. Fuck it.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
And
And
then-
real quick before Will moves along, the other bandmates, can you just say their names and what they play?
Yes, Brent Hedke plays guitar and Dan Tuzna plays bass.
Awesome. I did not want to leave them out.
And then, where are you coming back from? California. That's a pretty long trek. Fuck.
Yeah.
Trip.
Yeah, it's been a long weekend.
Yeah, you were just hanging out. What were you doing? Rocking and rolling?
Yeah, my day job, I still work with bands.
Oh.
So I never left the world from like touring bands and then figuring out what the hell am I going to do with my life and stumbling into one job here and one job there. And so there's still some touring going on. So I was out there for a couple days.
Very
And
good.
Nice.
there's touring for now.
For now.
Right,
but
yeah.
Things are getting crazy.
That wasn't with the Ascendants, Menzingers, Rise Against, was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. I had a feeling. Yeah.
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 Me and Will were in Paso Robles the night that they played.
Oh, nice.
But we were like at the lake that's out there. It would have been like a 2-hour drive kind of from where we were to get there and back, and like we're so close, so far away.
So far away.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Sorry?
I was just gonna say, after a day of drinking at the lake and stuff, we were like, no, we just can't quite pull that. It's not right. But that venue looks amazing. I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I've heard awesome things about it, but I mean, you know, it's just any of the shows right now. I mean, there's 15 or 20% of the people that bought tickets just aren't going.
Oh.
So it's kind of just this, and that's everything. That's every tour right now. So
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
we're doing punk rock bowling. Same thing. It's like you see everyone selling their tickets off right now.
Right.
yeah. I wonder how much of that is like the 30% of ticket holders who are like, I'm not getting a vaccine. I'm too punk for that shit. And then they're selling their tickets. So.
I think it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think most of
That's
them.
probably most of them.
But then some of the other people like have younger kids who can't be vaccinated, so they're like, I don't know.
People come from Canada.
I thought that our kids would be able to have vaccines now and stuff. So there's just a wide gambit of things. But I'm really curious because one of the questions that I ask is about touring because a lot of the people who are listening are in bands themselves and would aspire to tour. So can you give me some life lessons from touring that you would give to younger bands or bands who are just about to tour, like pre-COVID, obviously, but like even maybe.
I'm actually curious. I'm curious to hear Matt's take on this, just because he toured way longer and more intensely than I did, and he's been away from it longer. So I'm just curious what his answer would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of my advice would be very specific for myself and how to act like less of an asshole. I think is the same advice that everyone would have for their 25-year-old self,
Right.
The first answer is always don't be a dickhead when she asks this. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
90% of the time is don't be a dick.
Right.
That's not surprising. Yeah, I mean, that could really apply to every industry or just general way of
Right. Hey, this is a job.
in public. Yeah,
and I would say, especially. Oh, sorry, Matt.
No, go ahead.
I would say, like, especially in the touring world. I mean, none of the bands that I was in were all that momentous or well known. And there's a lot of bands that are just kind of out there cutting their teeth. And I just say, like, the longer you stick with it, the fishbowl gets smaller and smaller. So just be like, if you're like that like not just like I get drunk and I party and I hang out, but if like you're actually like a combative asshole to people and you're still swimming around after a while, like you'd be amazed the times where like histories from decades ago will come up in ways you never really saw coming. So
that is
knock on wood that I haven't had any unwelcome interactions yet, but like there's I would say that's the one thing is just fucking chill out.
Some advice.
I would like to hear a specific thing from Matt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Instead of the overall don't be an asshole vibe.
Yeah, let's see. I think specifically, I would say know what your like role is where you are. Like, so if I played bass in a band where no one was there to watch me play bass, right? Like I was there to help the band be a better band. And I think if I could run up to my 25-year-old self right now, like back in time, I would say, hey, you can relax a little bit. No one's looking at you. Like, just be the best musician and the best dude you can, and to help people out around you to make it a good night for everybody. And that's like the band you're on tour with and the opening bands and the sound guy and everyone who works at the venue, all that stuff. Be like, how can I make life as easy for everyone around me as possible? I'd give that as like the overall life advice.
Yeah.
And then the other bit of advice I would give would be, don't drink so fucking much that you get a cold every other day and a hangover every other day, and you get really fat and you don't fit in your jeans anymore and life sucks.
Right.
I think a lot of people would appreciate that one when they were 3 years into touring, if they knew that like eating sandwiches and fast food and drinking 12 beers every day is going to make your
but see, I'm not on tour, and I do that every day. I'm not on tour,
but I do it too. But now I'm just in my wife's office, like standing in front of 1,000 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
No one gives a shit what I look like. I'm a sad old dad guy. Like,
You're a singer. You're the lead. You're the singer. People stare at you all the time.
yeah, but it's an old man band. I'm supposed to look the way I look. You know?
Let
when you're 25, there's a different set of standards.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: as we're getting older, and everything, do you think that like you're playing faster and harder, or can and sing louder and be gruffer than ever before? Or are you losing a step as you get older and changing the sound and doing things like that?
No, I think every time I've started a new band, in my mind, it has sounded vastly different than the previous band, right? Like,
Right.
no, this is more mature or thoughtful or quieter or whatever else stylistically. But then when you hear the recorded product, like, you kind of just realize you are who you are.
Right.
And when we play it for our friends, they'll say like, "Oh, this sounds like X." You're like, well,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. That's not what it sounds like. It
Right.
sounds like this. They go, "No, wrong, dude. Like this, it sounds like this." So I think as we've gotten older, we don't. I mean, primarily for Karl and I mean, it's not a hardcore band. That's
Right.
the difference. That's the primary difference. But every kind of melodic or softer band I've ever been in, it more or less sounds like this. And I think on the record we just made, we're very comfortable with just we're into what we're into, and
Right.
it's sometimes it's popular, sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's cool, and sometimes it's not. It just is what it is.
So how about this? How about this? Physically, are you getting slower while screaming into the mic? Physically, are you slowing down while playing guitar?
Drums. I mean, really, for Karl, drums
yeah.
is so physical.
I mean, I would say for myself, drumming wise, I feel like I'm the best drummer I've ever been.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just very like, you just have, there's no extrinsic pressure anymore, right? Like every band I was ever in, it was like, this feels the most similar to me as like a band that I was in when I was in high school. My very first high school band when I was 14 and 15, we were just playing in my friend's bedroom. And then we just kind of winged it around town and like tried to get shows places, not knowing any better, totally young and clueless. And at the beginning, obviously as good as you would expect a 15-year-old punk band to be, but there was no expectations, and there was no expectations that even anybody would care, you know?
Right.
And that's such a hard lesson to accept or to enjoy. You know what I mean? Like there's always that thing. And like, as much as, we want as many people to hear it, you know what I mean? Like when we went into doing this record, it really was just for us. And, we were writing a record, and we were supposed to record in May of last year. And then, when everybody got locked down, Matt was just sitting on a bunch of ideas, and I was writing a bunch of crap and sending it to him, and whether he used it or not was totally beside the point. I think it was just something where, we could focus on how we played, and Matt could focus on how he sang, and like, just, take the time and just do that. I mean, I don't think if I were to go back, like, I don't think we did my old hardcore band did do a reunion show for a brewery here.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty sobering reality of just like, man, I could do it, and I got through the set and I made it, but it's just like, we played with Sick of It All, and it's like looking at it's like, these motherfuckers are robots, man. Like it makes me look at what they do and how they do it, and it's just like, it's intense. It's really
their last
impressive,
album is a fucking ripper too. They didn't slow down.
I mean, like Pete and Lou, it's like, I don't know what they're doing. It's crazy. Like it's crazy how. So it's like, I think you're right. Like it is very physical. I don't feel like we're getting slower. I think if anything, it's just fitting to who we are. And I don't think it's like it was like a slow kind of phoned in thing. I think it's just more that,
Oh, I don't think this is slow or anything. That was not what I was getting at. It's just, this is a question we've been asking people, just because everyone's getting a little older, and I play music myself, and I'm like, now COVID's over, and I'm trying to work on this new punk album again. I'm like, oh, dude,
it's hard.
My voice can't do the screams. I heard an album that I hadn't heard in fucking 10 years or something I did when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, I can't do those screams anymore. I can't, but I do feel like my guitar technique is way better. I can do things that makes it sound faster that isn't, I could cheat a lot more or whatever, but it definitely is affecting the whole way that I'm writing and approaching this album, I'm like,
totally. And all the stuff you picked up over the years too, like you learn a lot of new little tricks along the way, and what suits your personality and your playing style. Like I think when you're younger, there's probably more of a tendency to fit into a mold of what's going on around you and what your peers are doing or the bands you like.
Yes.
And I suffered from that for a really long time, where I would be like, well, why does this guy, when he sings, it sounds like that? How come I don't sound like that? What do I have to do? And you start forcing yourself, and you don't stop and realize, like, physically, genetically, I'm just not that person, like that player. And like, you have the way that you are, and you should be trying to like perfect that. But sometimes it takes until you're 40 years old to figure that out.
Man, I think you just hit the nail on the head with it right there. That gave me chills a little bit, even, because that's exactly what I'm from South Florida scene, and it was just all fast and screaming, casualties and that kind of stuff, which I still really love, and nothing against that. But like, as I'm, I've listened to 30 more years of music, this is something different now. And I can't do that anymore, but I can sing better now. I can play guitar a little better. Totally. It might not be as fast and shreddy, but does it have to be? I don't think so.
No, and I think for me, like everything I grew up, all the stuff that I grew up with is probably in the same reference points as everybody, where it's like, for me, it's like, Bill Stevenson is the drummer for me.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Right. And even still, it's just like, growing up and listening to that stuff and playing drums just because I kind of leaned towards it. Everything for me was like Bill Stevenson, and then NoFX, Smelly, and just everything. And Matt knows this too. It's like, I always overplayed. I was always doing just like stupid 16th note fills, as many of them as I could fit into a song, as many like little snare flips and flams and all this other crap to it. And, even in our earlier songs, like there's some trait of that there. And now being older and just really like taking a step back and thinking about like just being a better player and more open to criticism, honestly, like being more open to like, and just trusting and like working on these songs with Matt, for the last couple of years, and just like, simplify it, man. Simplify it. It's going to be better for everybody. And I think, Matt, your quote was something like, no one cares about the crazy fills except other drummers.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
And it's so true. It's so true. You know what I mean? And there's like so many other examples of that where it totally fits. It's just like, it's fun to do that stuff, and it's fun to be up there and be like, oh, watch this fill. But like, it doesn't make the song better.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I think maybe we change gears a little bit. We'll do this. We do this thing.
Oh, you want to do it?
I think we do it. Yeah. We call it the do yous and have yous, and it's yes or no questions. And it's really, it could be silly, it could be serious. It's a mixed bag. I'll let him describe.
Basically what he said, gentlemen, this is going to be a yes or no question, and then we just keep moving on. I'll say 10 of them if you guys want to get back into it and talk about it specifically, or whatever that fucking word is, we can get back into it. So
we just say yes or no, right?
Just yes or no.
That's it.
That's it.
It's going to get weird.
And then if you want to, we can get back into it a little bit later. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Actually 10, Will, not 20.
And also, it's 10. It's just whatever.
Just go.
Whatever you got.
Here we go. Are meat sweats real?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you scrub your dishes before putting them away in the dishwasher?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Now, this is not a yes or no question. This is not.
Yeah, what? Yes, it is.
Oh, well.
What?
Yeah.
Are you a cat or dog person?
Oh. Sorry.
That wasn't on there.
I'm a dog.
You said cat?
No, I think I said no. I thought it was yes or no.
It's supposed to be yes or no. Yeah. I'm with Matt. No.
Yeah, no animals in this household. I'm very, I'm becoming more particular and allergic to all the shit around me. So I'm no living creatures other than people with my last name.
I like that. I like
Fair.
that.
Have you ever shit yourself?
Ooh.
Carl?
I mean, figuratively, frequently, but not actually.
Oh.
As an adult. I mean, I'm sure I did as a kid, but I never had the,
yes or no? Yes or no? All right.
I mean, sure, like, as far as I can remember, no.
Right.
Matt?
You're a liar. No, I'm joking.
I've shit Carl's pants before.
Oh!
All right, we'll let you.
I like it.
Do you sing in the shower?
No.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Nope.
Do you sleep naked?
Nope.
No.
Do you like to cook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you still a virgin at the age of 18?
No.
No. No, sorry.
These guys are so similar. Their
I
answers
know.
are like, it's
If you
wild.
don't believe, if you don't believe in ghosts, then you probably don't believe in Bigfoot. But do you believe in Bigfoot?
Ooh.
You guys are.
I've never thought about that.
Never
I
thought
don't.
about it.
I'm Bigfoot agnostic. I have no reason to believe there's a Bigfoot, but I have no reason to believe there might not be a Bigfoot out there. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
Oh, and here's a good one. Do you get nervous before playing a show?
Oh, I like that one.
At our most recent show, yes, because it was the first show in 18 months or something like that. Yeah.
How, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Stop.
Do you guys have any?
Wait, Carl, you didn't answer.
Yeah, probably just more hyper, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is not
Manifests itself.
this is not a yes or no question, but it. God damn it! I'm just going to ask you some serious. These are good ones. Do you have any pre-show rituals? Do you guys drink a certain shot? Do you guys fucking hug it out? I don't know.
The perfect pre-show ritual would be exactly 2 beers within an hour of playing, and then like 20 minutes to play guitar and just sing like somewhere quietly. But it almost never goes that way. It's always some kind of bullshit. That,
Carl,
like,
what do
just
you?
running around like playing
Right.
with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely I don't have like any sort of like meditation or anything like that, but I do like stretch my wrists out and warm them up just so I don't cramp up.
Nothing
So,
as
yeah.
a team, though, huh?
No, we don't even see each other typically for like the last hour before we play.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all 4 different corners of wherever we're at.
Trying to hide.
Our guitar player Brent usually is the hider. He'll just pop up when it's time to go.
At least he shows up.
Now,
Well,
this is one. I will be done asking questions, but this is a good one. What tattoos would you get for your bandmates?
Ooh, I like that.
What tattoo would you get for your bandmates?
do you mean like what tattoo would I get to like impress my bandmates?
No,
Or, like,
you would pick a tattoo for them that they had to get.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you
To
know.
impress my
I mean, you
band.
could just do the two of you. You guys pick for each other.
Yeah.
I would make Matt get a Fenton Stable and Horse Ranch logo tattooed on him.
I have no idea what that means.
It sounds very rednecky.
He knows I would like it. It means a big old horse dick.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
It's the horse stable where you're the one that's hung.
I would make Carl get a big McDonald's chess piece.
Nice.
Yes.
And Ronald McDonald would have my face on it.
Oh.
So similar. It looked like he had like his own like fantasy where he was Ronald McDonald.
Wow.
That is an awesome answer. I swear, I shit you not. I know a guy who lives, we're in Santa Barbara here. I won't call him out by name, but everyone will know. This dude's got KFC across his chest.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got the Sanders, dude. He's got the bucket and Colonel Sanders. It's ridiculous. The whole thing, dude. It's pretty wild. And he tried to get a sponsorship with them to get like free chicken. They
Wow.
said no.
They said no.
That's the thing you asked beforehand.
That's the thing you asked
That's a
for.
pretty big preemptive gamble on that.
But, yeah, I mean that sounds like an $800 tattoo. That's a lot
Yeah.
lot of KFC.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if you like it, you like it. I like fried chicken too, but not that much.
That's intense.
It's ridiculous. Courtney, do you have any last questions? We're going to let these guys go.
Yeah, so we spoke to Stefan at Spam. How did you link up with Stefan?
I'm trying to remember where. I think he got the record from a friend of mine in Germany. I can't remember if it was like once we finished the record, I sent it to a couple people. I sent it to some people that I work with, just like friends, just like, hey, check this out. Here's what we're doing. And I want to say he got it from like I'm friends with somebody who does another record label over there. And I was just like, hey, if you want to do this, let me know. If not, totally cool. Like I could definitely take a no, like an adult. And he's got a ton of stuff going on. And
So
he's
much
like,
stuff.
dude, I have too many records coming out. Like hit up, I'll send it to my friend Stefan. And then he reached out. And then I didn't realize at the time, like, I mean, I knew them just from the festival and some of the stuff that I had, kind of been seeing just from different bands that they've worked with. Cause I know some of the German bands that they worked with. I mean, know who the bands are. And I didn't realize they really are kicking into high gear. Like it's pretty pretty crazy how quickly it's coming together. So
I'm so impressed with the releases. It's like everyone who's got a great year. Every album that he's putting out right now, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's so few labels. I mean, for us, like we were just planning on doing it ourselves and just kind of figuring it out and just kind of, being cool with whatever happened. But there's so few labels that are taking not even just chances, but that are interested in working with bands that aren't your well-established known quantities. And I understand why, you know what I mean? I understand why that's a thing. Like, some labels have to survive, or you have to at least have it be worth your time.
Right.
And it's cool that there's a label out there who is willing to like work with smaller bands like us, you know what I mean? And to be really upfront with them. And it's like, we're not going to be doing 200 shows a year, once there's less pandemic going on, you know?
So what is the plan?
No one's doing 200 shows a year.
I mean,
right now,
what are you guys thinking? What are the prospects for touring this album?
Whenever and whatever makes sense, I think is kind of like sort of the move. I mean, we want every show to be fun. And it's just having gone through that aspect of life before, I don't think anyone is opposed to anything other than just like, we'll never be doing a month-long tour. Okay. You know what I mean? Like that's just never going to happen. I mean, it's just got to be on our terms and when we can fit it in.
That's awesome.
And, some cool stuff has come up and we just try to make it work with everybody's schedules. And if it can't work, then we all move on with our lives and try to find something else that does work. But, just the fact that they were cool with that as sort of our reverse sales pitch of like, dude, we're not going to be touring anytime soon.
It's better to put it up front.
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, dude, we're going to be ready to go. Like,
right.
And then knowing full well behind the scenes, it's like, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So. And I think it's beautiful that everyone in your band is on the same page too. Because even sometimes in bands, there's one person who wants to tour all the time and do all the things, and then there's the rest of you who are like, no, we've got lives, we've got other things too, so that's really cool.
Three-quarters of us have kids at this point. Everyone's married, everyone has a career that requires a lot of time, and we have realistic expectations about what we can and can't do, so we have to kind of carry ourselves like a much more established band than we are, where we're allowed to say no to things. Where, I mean, theoretically we should be doing as much as we can all the time, but we're 100 years old and we just can't like go on tour for 3 weeks. It's just not possible. So there's disclaimers for everyone who works with us. We have this disclaimer of like, hey, we'll do what we can, but there's going to be when it's like when we can. So theoretically, it's like we can do anything anytime, but it's got to work for 4 schedules.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
When is the album coming out? When is it dropping?
September 10th.
September 10th for the full, like this, the digital. And then we made some CDs for the States because I know, like, I have a handful of friends who still buy CDs, and I think there's people who are still willing to support physical music without having a record player,
Right.
The vinyl is whenever it shows up.
Okay.
Nice, yeah.
I think the last date I heard was sometime in December. I think the actual pre-order is going to start on Tuesday because allegedly we'll have more information tomorrow, so everybody feels confident about going live on Tuesday with a date. And I think for us, like, it's just cool to have something up and to, because the reality is like people are going to discover it over a couple months and hopefully they share it and it's going to be sitting there. And, it's nice to have something tangible at shows, but
well, we played Drying.
The vinyl will come out.
We played Drying Out, and it's fucking awesome, man.
Yes.
I love it a lot.
Great voice.
Yeah,
I was digging it, and I was like, oh, shit, we only got one? That's not fair.
We were like, oh, we want to hear the whole thing.
I wanted the whole thing, man.
That's
So sounds like nonsense@gmail.com. If you guys want to scooch it over to me, I won't share it. I'll be cool. I won't share it. I won't play it for everyone.
Well, that was my sales pitch to Stefan when I made the CDs for our show that we played, because it was one of those things where it's like, this might be our only chance to play a show locally. Like, we just don't know. And it's really weird living in that world where there's always that cornball thing of play every show like it's your last. And right now it's like, that's actually kind of true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's going to happen? So we had a show. There was a bunch of people there, and we sold a handful of CDs, and it was awesome. But I told them, it's like, realistically, man, nothing's really going to leak because there's only a handful of people that need to know about, that even know or that are looking for it. So,
right.
And they're cool. Like they're not like, super, super serious about the, formalities of it. So they were totally cool with it.
That's
Right.
awesome.
And no, it's cool. I mean, it's fun. I mean, going back, like thinking we were just going to do this all ourselves, it is cool to have somebody who's, willing to share. Like, thanks for sharing and losing money with us. That's pretty fun.
Right.
It's nice to have that. But
Well, by the
No,
time
it's
this
cool.
by the time this comes out, it's only gonna be one more week for everyone to have to wait to go check you guys out.
That's right.
Desperate Acts, we really appreciate you coming and
Yeah.
spending some time on your Sunday with us. And
Thank
Karl
you.
jamming in last minute. I know it was a pain in the ass, but
no, it's cool. I appreciate it. I mean, it was awesome. Thank you.
yeah. And you guys go out there, and I hope you guys get to really go and tour it and stuff.
Yes.
I suspect this whole album's gonna be killer if it's anything like that first song. So
Awesome.
next
Thank you
time.
guys.
Next time something pops off, please come and join us. We love
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you very much
Cool.
for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Awesome.
All right, get back to that birthday party, buddy.
It's cake time. It's cake time.
I'm trying right now. See if you can get it on the podcast. Look.
Oh, there's like a little balloon in the background.
Wow.
All right, boys.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
thank you.
Bye.
Deuces. Later.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Oh God!
All right, that was Desperate Acts.
I
Matt and Karl.
really
Very-
like those guys.
They were great.
They were so cool.
We took a little break in between, and we were just talking. Like, we actually had a real conversation with them.
Yeah,
It was just not farty poo poo.
I love
Pee
that.
talk. Yeah. I mean, a little bit. I had to tag
It's
Will in
fun
and get a little bit.
That's right. It's fun to have fun, but like sometimes you need to have a real
I
conversation.
want to know what's behind the horse dick joke thing that they were saying.
No, I know that was an inside joke.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. In Matt's face, he was like, "Why is this happening right now?
Right.
Why are you calling me out like this right now?" But that was awesome. It's nice to hear like little what do you want to call it? Industry talk or whatever. You
Yeah,
know
I guess so.
how everything's going. And man, they're really great, and they do have some stuff out already. Next week, the whole thing comes out.
Right.
We're gonna put one in the vault for these guys.
All right.
When we're done with this, since Jeff's not here, we're moving along quickly.
Yeah, we'll put one that they've already released from a different album out.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get into a little bit of closing thoughts. Punk rock bowling. We've been talking about this off air too, so it's what's so funny about having a podcast, and I'm so close to these guys here. Clearly, I spent more time with Will than you this week, though.
A little crazy.
Yeah, I've seen more boobs with Will than you for
Oh,
sure.
That is
wow.
true.
Okay.
That is definitely true.
Not happy about that.
I saw inside your butthole. Anyway, so we've been talking about punk rock bowling a lot. And we've been talking about it off air. When we do the podcast, I try to save things to just pop on you guys or whatever. I think it makes it more fun.
Sometimes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But punk rock bowling, we're gonna go as a team still. We're going. Sounds like nonsense. Jeff definitely can't go now.
Yep.
So that's been confirmed. A lot of people are dropping out because of
Not bands that we know of. You're
No,
talking
not
about
bands, I mean,
people, like selling
people.
tickets.
Yeah. So people are selling their tickets and whatever. So it's getting a little weird, and we were gonna go real big. We're gonna do this like 24-hour live
Right.
video thing and whatever. So just with the uncertainty, we are gonna
Scale back
a little bit. We're still going. We still have a bunch of guests and all kinds of stuff that we have shenanigans. There's
We
no
have
doubt.
shenanigans.
There is shenanigans, but
and
like
nonsense.
as far as like I had mentioned like, oh, bands, come on, I'm going to get like sponsors and do this thing
We're not
and
gonna
play
do that.
music. We're not going to do any of that stuff.
No.
We're just going to take it easy. We're going to do what we do best and be silly and have some fun and relax and talk to people.
That's
and
right.
so and get hammered.
And play music.
Yeah, we're going to play a lot of music, So we're going to do that instead, and then everyone will get an edited version instead of a live version.
Or we might be able to pop in a live version. Who knows?
Yeah.
We just don't know.
We don't know.
We're gonna go with the flow.
More no than yes, but
More
yeah.
no than yes. But hey, I might be able to figure out the tech. We'll see.
Oh, here's someone pushing her agenda. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Get it done.
Wow, Courtney.
What are you talking about? I
I'm
said
just-
maybe.
I'm kidding. So that's it. That's my disclaimer. We're going, and I'm stoked. Like, the lineup is still super killer. And if you guys were, like, priced out or whatever, or need tickets, hit me up. Sounds like nonsense.com.
Right.
Sounds like nonsense@gmail.com. I've got some tickets for sale.
Because we scored some VIP tickets.
Yeah.
And now we have the 3-day festival.
That's right.
Tickets.
And I don't want to post it because they're going to be like, oh, the fax thing, whatever. You get
No,
attacked.
We just scored on some of the
Yeah, right. So, like, if you guys want some tickets or need some tickets, come on in. Unless you're from Canada, then stay home. Like, you're not allowed to come.
Oh, really? They're not?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm almost certain. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I've been seeing.
I thought that was just a hatred towards Canadians.
No.
Canadians?
Canadians.
We
Yeah.
love Canadians.
No,
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
I love the Canadians.
God, we've had so many fucking Canadian bands on here.
That is
Jesus
right.
Christ, man. And still, that Belvedere album is the shit.
It's so good.
We had Steve Rouse on not too long ago.
And Debt Cemetery is opening up for them on a
Oh
couple
yeah,
of shows.
dude! Fuck
So
yeah,
stoked.
dude! Debt Cemetery, which I love, man. Davey, he's been on, and he wrote our rad little anniversary song for us, and their support for them.
That is awesome.
It's awesome because Belvedere's the shit, and that album
great.
is the shit. So
yeah.
so all right, you guys, next week, episode 60.
Wow. That's
So what are we gonna do now? Tattoo roulette.
Well, I think
And,
we should at
and
least.
Jeff should have been here.
Jeff should have been here, but I think that off
He
air.
cheats anyways. He's gonna do anything he wants anyways.
Well, potentially we should off air pull the person, or we could pull the person's name at least. That's what we could do.
Pull
at
the
least.
person.
Yeah, because it's a roulette of
Yeah.
who has to get the tattoo, so we have to pull one of our names.
Oh, I see.
That's what was the last.
I don't think that we're even going to be able to get a tattoo date for next week. So
No.
maybe we just save this part, the tattoo roulette, for next week's show.
when we're all here. Okay.
We're all here and go and actually get the tattoos because it's only going to
Later.
be one person.
Right,
So
it's-
then we don't even have to do it. We can, because we don't have to bring the show to the parlor or whatever.
No, we don't. We don't.
Someone just goes and gets it.
Right.
Unless the whole idea is to bring the show to the parlor.
Not every time, man. It's just too much.
But
every
what
time.
if Jeff gets it? Too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But
There's too many ifs.
So for the next episode, because one of the things that Jeff has been saying is we need to bring 5 ideas for the cup, or the.
Let me hear your
jar.
5.
A little tiny turtle.
Okay.
For turtles are important.
Okay.
God, you said that very cute.
I know.
didn't.
I know. It makes me not want to be mean to her.
Yeah.
But turtles are not important. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
They
Go ahead.
are very important. There was. I don't want to.
Carlo thought they were important.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people think they're important.
They're wrong.
Gosh, I'm gonna find the science of. Oh.
A lot of people think their world is flat too. But here we are.
Sure.
Okay. No, but the thing.
And why do I keep falling down?
I don't want to take. We'll bring him next time because I don't want to take one of Jeff's because he posted one and I don't want to steal his thunder.
Well, no. I think we talk about it.
No, not with him not here.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. What? What did he say? What did he say?
Don Knotts.
There. I looked at Will because Will was gonna say it. You're like, I don't want Will to say it. You are 5 years old.
Oh my God.
Why am I
Jesus.
5 years
I
old
don't
today?
know.
I don't know.
Because you didn't want Will to say it.
No, whatever.
Yeah, Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
I would totally get a Don Knotts tattoo.
See, I thought so at first, and I think no. If I had to get a portrait though, I think it would be Pee Wee Herman.
See, I'm.
Yeah, but see, how many people do you think? There might be, but not very many. A portrait of Don Knotts.
No, not many.
Right.
Not many in our day and age.
Come on now.
It doesn't even matter to me.
I might get Jessica Fletcher.
I don't know.
That's Murder, She Wrote.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, thank
So,
you. Little bed knobs and broomsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Just her on the bed, bent over. Oh.
No, a pinup of her.
Yeah.
Pin up of her.
That's not a bad idea.
Stand up
That's
of
funny.
Jessica Fletcher.
Just a fucking bed knob in her hand.
Oh,
no.
my.
It looks like a butt plug. She's just pulling
No,
the bed knob
you're
out of
getting
her
gross.
ass.
Stop it.
But you're talking about a different movie.
Yeah, I am.
You're talking about
Yeah, but it was same woman.
Yeah, Angela Lansbury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, never thought I'd be talking about her today.
Yeah, I didn't either, especially with butt plugs.
Stop it.
Here I'm sorry, Courtney. It's just me and Will.
Okay.
Plus, nobody's listening to this part of the show. They turned it off a long time
Yeah,
ago.
they're like, interview's over. Fuck this.
Probably.
All right, so we really got to buckle down
Yes.
next week and figure out exactly what we're gonna do for the
Yep.
tattoo thing.
Yep.
Only one of us are getting it.
Right.
I don't know.
All right.
I think that's about it.
Okay.
No one asked me what I would get, but that's okay.
What would you get?
No, it's too late,
No.
man. No one cares.
We're gonna
man.
talk about it next week.
I'm just the bully who cries himself to sleep. You know.
Hey,
Well-
that's okay. It's okay to cry.
Say what you want to say, Courtney.
No, it's too.
You have one more little thing to say.
No,
say it now.
I can't
Now's
do
your
it.
chance.
I can't do it now with the music
It's
going.
too late. I'm not
I'm
taking
too
this
on the
out.
spot.
I'm not
too
taking
on
it
the
out.
spot. Okay.
Really?
Anyways.
Last thoughts, Courtney?
No, I'm done. Every time this happens, my brain goes blank because I'm so scared that I'm gonna make the music run out, and here I am doing that.
You're running the music out.
Irrational fear.
Irrational fear.
What is your Irrational Fear. Let us know on Sounds Like Nonsense.
Please.
It sounds like this Facebook group.
Okay, Will, last thoughts?
I had a great time. Can't wait to talk about tattoos next week.
Yeah.
Please, thumbs up, wash your hands, do all that.
Thumbs up.
I don't know why. I'm giving you a thumbs up if you wash your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
When's the last time you washed your hands, Dick
Oh,
Toucher?
good God, for a long time.
You want to talk about dick ice real quick?
No, come
don't,
on.
I don't.
All weekend, because he touches his dick all the time, we had to have a separate container of ice to make cocktails.
I like to touch my
Gross.
dick.
Stop
Because he
it.
had dick ice.
I like to touch my dick.
But also Ben did too, so they shared the same bucket
Oh,
and
so
dick
gross.
ice.
Aren't you glad you weren't there?
I am very
I
glad
don't know why
now.
he was puking off of the balcony.
Oh,
You drink enough
gross.
dick ice and that'll happen to you too.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, it's a thing that actually happened in our lives, and this
Okay.
is what we're here to do.
All right.
My God.
Appreciate you guys coming on, listening, and thanks to all the bands for coming on. Costumera, Masi, and Desperate Acts. All that shit was rad. Appreciate some motherfucker.
Right.
We'll see you next week, right?
Right on.
We'll tell you about the
Bye.
deuces and the floating and the deuces, right? All right. Late.